Welcome back to an episode. We still are hurt a lot, and we figured out that somehow children get special treatment, and we're going to ignore them as long as possible. Also, this actually, wait a minute, the whole thingy is something that I did not quite check out. Very interesting. Let's see, do we have any special spells in here that we could use? Gust the wind or something? Well, that's just great. Very great. I thought I had the growth and shrink spell available or something. No. Yeah. The thing is, I remember that spell, or to have that spell, but it was definitely not that character that got this spell, isn't it? Ah, great. Whatever. Let's just continue and see what this is.
It is forbidden.
My grizzled friend.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
So somehow we have a very interesting situation right here. Are they just going to Wayne? Or where are they going?
We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh.
Very interesting. So what happened? Why are the Druids holding your daughters?
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
This grove is like a cauldron about to boil over. I say we check in on the child. Make sure she comes to no harm.
That's definitely a very interesting situation, because it's the parents, in this case, that wanted something done, and the child just likes to please them, like a dog, basically. And then they end up like this. So it's actually their fault to be of bad example. And now they're whining about, right? This is, well... This is karma, basically. She's just a child. Well, the druids are overreacting. Well, the druids are definitely overreacting because it's not the child that should be punished. You've got your work cut out for you. You're right. Like you said, it's your fault. You should have tried parenting her. Exactly. Thieves deserve to be punished. Well, parenting her. No. It's not parenting. It's just them. It's not the fault of the child. It's the fault of them. And it's not the fault of parenting. It's the fault of acting. Being good example. Right? It has nothing to do with a child.
And you should bugger off. Now.
Well, I'm just fucking honest. Right.
Damn it. We could have taken those guards.
No.
You not get eaten by a bear.
So, let's see. What about Rachel and Xeph?
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
Well, we don't know what these rituals are good for, first. And they don't seem like cowards to me. They're like bears and whatnot.
We could help each other, fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away.
So, no one is interested in, like, some normal interaction. Everybody's just opposing, right? I mean, if the Tieflings right here are going to continue to interact like this, then they definitely set bad examples, right? And they're it's kind of their own fault, right? Just say. What about Emek?
Those dirt kissers would let us die for the sake of their bloody grove.
Right. Who's the one trying to survive here? Is it the Tieflings or is it the Druids? I think the Druids are just fine. Just say.
Ah, my grizzled friend.
So let's see. We can get this vase right here with nothing in it. And the other vase, the also nothing in it. Great.
Yes, I see. And is that with 2 hours or what?
What just happened?
Come, Magrin, give him a chance.
Him
You,
who?
Get back.
Oh, not again. I want the whole party to do the interaction with another character, and not one that just gets into interaction range. This is messed up, because you have no control over who gets closer to what, and who's going to trigger it. It's the main character, the one that you are using to move around, like this one right here, that should do the interaction, right? And if you choose another character, then they should be the one getting talked to, right? But to be honest, it's the whole team, kind of. So the thing is, what you have to do is you have to get closer, and you have to make sure that no one else steps in front of you if you move the characters around. See that? Because they are moving in formation, and like, see that? I'm not in range yet. Not in range, okay? But if I were to move slightly sideways, and then I'm going like backwards just a teensy bit, and they're getting closer there. See? Now she's the one getting interacted with, just because of the formation. This is not cool. This is like, this is something you cannot, like, you only know this once you understand the game mechanics, and then you know to not turn around in front of enemies, which is weird. Because it irks me. It irks me because this makes the game break because of some mechanical systems, and not because of some role-playing systems, right?
Yes, I see.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that if you get closer to them, then sure, there's some interaction that starts. But it should not be an interaction getting started with the character that just automatically moves there because of some formation thing. It should be the character getting closer. This one right here, the main character, right? Or actually the character that you are controlling. This should be the focus. And if I focus on another one, like Shadowheart, and if she is close, then yes, it should do the interaction. But as long as I do not focus, as long as I do not have direct control of her, right, then it should not take her into consideration, right? The game can do all of its shenanigans in the background, but as long as I do not control her directly, right, the game should treat her like a ghost. It's not there. It's just doing its thing to kind of work out properly, right? This is the thing. They should just not get treated the way. It's just... I mean, can't they just follow like a snake kind of thing? That would kind of make sense. Because this is like a prism, right? You get someone at the front, left and right, and back. And if the main character turns around, then... Wait a minute. Okay, somehow it's not working properly. There we go. So if you go outside of like prism range, then see that? Now they have to reorient themselves like this and this, and then Shadowheart goes back up there. So they always walk in the same formation, the same like prism-ish formation, and try to get it as close as possible all the time. Again, very interesting. Is there a way to, I don't know, toggle group mode? Toggle group hiding, what's the group mode? So a better way would be to do this. So, but the thing is, can you like... No, you cannot even make them follow. You can... Okay. Why can't I just place the character up here? How do I... Okay, unchain like that. There you go. Okay. How do I... Okay, now they are chained up again. Chained. And the chain... When is the chain... How long... okay, I have to... You have to pull it very, very far until the chain is broken. And then you let it go. Still at the top position? No, it's still connected. Not there. Still top position?
What can you tell me about this place?
Right. The chaining system also doesn't work properly. I'm a little bit nitpicky right now. Just saying. But see that? I try to... There we go. Now it's working. And now I try to pull it away. You have to... And then you have to let it go. Right? Okay, so if it's connected, then you can not move it over. See that? It's not flipping it around yet. Why does it not? Okay. How do you order things? Okay, so that doesn't seem to be a slot mechanic in here. The slot mechanic would make things work better. Like 4 slots. And if you pull this thing... Yeah, all of a sudden it works. That's great. Wait a minute. Why does the Larian work? No, it's away. Okay, so now we pull. Okay, so if you pull it a certain distance, it works. Like if you have to pull it like that far away. Good. Now they're all separated. We can like... Ah! You can like pull them again. Like this is the thing. If you... There you go. Okay. You have to constantly ungroup everybody to make that work. But this way here, the ungroup... There's also something very interesting. This thing right here doesn't change. It's always the same icon. I mean, it's okay if they are linked up or whatnot. But it definitely maybe should tell you if the characters are unlinked. I mean, you can know this because of the separation in there. But if we can move around right now, then no one is following me. But this is definitely not what you want. What you want... there you go. How do you connect this? Like you do... Now I'm connected up here. Alright. This is also very interesting. See that? I'm connected to the right and I'm connected to the left. If I connect to the left, then this is this. If I were to pull this away, now I'm over here. And if I connect to the right, then also... That's weird. There are 2 slots. See that? There's one slot to the left and another slot to the right. And there's also another slot at the top and on the top right. So there are... It doesn't make any sense. There should be rigid slots that you can see, that you can pull... See that? Now I want to connect it here and nothing happens. That's very interesting. You have to hover this over the character. You want to... It's definitely not... There's some finesse that's missing here. The best way would be to have rigid slots, 5 or like 4. I don't know how many slots. Actually, that's just 4. 4 slots here. With 3 sections, right? A top section, a middle section, and a bottom section, right? And if you want to connect something with another character, you should be like at the bottom section of the character, or maybe the top. Actually, yeah, I think this works like that. But the problem that I see here is that it moves the character around. It should just say that, right? The character should not move in order to make room for the other portrait. It should stay that way, and then it slots into position. That would be better. Instead of everything getting moved around. There's definitely some finesse thing. Why am I whining about that so much? It irks me. I could program this 100 times better. I could make it feel perfect. This is just some kind of menu thingy. Just something that goes in the background that make the game work so much better. Anyway, so now we have a... you cannot pre-program a certain... Yeah, you cannot pre-program a certain group mode. So let's say that the first one goes back into the group and whatnot. The best way would just be to hit the group mode button to ungroup or then to regroup everybody. Do not try to group them manually. Just hit that button and try to move the characters accordingly. I think that would be the best way. If you try to do some stealing shenanigans or like exploring things, always explore like that, ungroup, and then move the characters along. But the whole prism movement thing, that's just... It irks me. It absolutely irks me, and that's not cool. They should be treated like ghosts. They're just connected to them. This is your main focus, and just say like that. Whatever. Let's just talk to Jeorna and Mino and Magran. Roar. Wait a minute. I think I don't have detect thoughts active, do I?
Give him a chance. You get back.
Right. That's not going to work, because if I turn around, then they are going to be behind you, because it's a group mode thing. See? You accidentally get into that because of the game treating you a special way. It's not a role-playing thing, it's an engine problem. If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I'll go where I please, absolutely. Why? That's so special down there. I'm not looking for trouble, can't you just let me be? Yes, ignore them and proceed. Well, what's so special down there?
It's forbidden to outsiders. Korga's orders.
Uh-huh. Interesting. That's not what my question was all about. I'm not looking for trouble. Yeah, actually, when... Are we looking... Actually, we're looking for all of the trouble that we can find. But if it definitely weren't for me, then... yes, the goblins would be here.
Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Jeorna.
What? Oh. I understand.
Finally.
Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Finally, someone with a little bit of saneness to them. You're not fooling anyone. What do you mean you're not fooling anyone?
Few outsiders are allowed in here. Be respectful and do not interfere.
Yes, so, Jeorna?
Your welcome can be easily withdrawn, outsider. Respect our grove, or face our claws.
Yeah, I try to, as long as the game plays by its own rules. Uh-huh. Great. So the bear just stays that way forever. That's just good. And the Emerald Grove is... Ooh, interesting. Ah, and this must be the idol. I wanted to steal it. So, Druid Trance. What is this? Engage in a ritual. Well, that's as much as I got from there. There's a plaque. Let's just read this one.
By Sylvanus, the old oak, all death begets life.
A little bit of creepiness in there. What is this one? A stone door and a boar. What have we got here? Some vases.
Why did you leave?
Cauldron, milk can, cooking pot, and another vase. A moss-covered stone. What's so special about that one? Oh, okay. Nothing. Hehe. Right. We got Apikusis. Whatever. Let's call her AP. What about Tusker? Grunt. Uh-huh. Good for them. Now, what about this one?
Speak.
What were you saying to that? I don't even know they had a bird there to talk to anyway. I'm looking for a healer. Help me know the search. But I want to know about this bird.
The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
Uh-huh. Interesting. We could try some persuasion thingies or I want a common sense roll in here. That would be sweet. Logic or... I don't know. Why can't I just open my inventory? Like we can go with... Oh, wait a minute. We can go with the trade menu. So, what do we got? What do we got? What could we get on Death and Resurrection? Yeah. At least someone that does not steal from you. Again, a little bit of whiny, yes, because I use that mechanic a lot. And it should not concern me at all, because I was a beneficiary of it. So, them stealing from me should just be karma again. But, okay, let's just try to not be too pickpockety. Righty. Persuasion. Let's try that one. Wait a minute. Why is intimidation and persuasion the same? Okay, there are two different ways of interacting with them, but intimidation should be more like a strength charisma kind of thing, and not a charisma kind of thing. Because both of them are basically charisma bound, but they're... Yeah! This is the wrong way to implement this. Intimidation should be... Actually, no. Intimidation should be dependent on either intellect, strength, depending on what your main damaging aspect is, right? If you are a wizard, you should intimidate them with magic. If you are a cleric, I don't know, you could intimidate them either with strength or with the highest thing, yes. Intimidation should be taking your highest stat, right? But it always angers or opposes the enemy. This is the thing that it has the negative aspect on it. If it works, the attitude of the other character always gets lower, right? You can continue the interaction, yes, but it always lowers until they hate you. And this is why intimidation should not be considered useful enough. But it can get you forward in the conversation, but it has... it just messes up the attitude towards them. That would be very interesting. It should have a negative side effect. And the positive way would be that it scales, or like it uses your highest combat stat. The tank uses health, meaning that if we are to fight, I will survive because I'm healthy, right? That should be the intimidation. If it's a strong character, then they should intimidate them with their strength, right? I am strong, I have axe in hand, I can crush your skull in, something like that. Strength. And then there's dexterity, right? They could intimidate them with bow or like with knives or something like that, right? I am so dexterous, I can cut you so and so much and you wouldn't even notice it, right? Intimidation with dexterity. And then another intimidation way should be the intelligence of the wizard, if you are a wizard, or like, yeah, actually, wizard. I know so much, I can cast magic, blah blah blah, out of you. So powerful, whatever. And then the cleric, I don't know what the cleric has, either strength or like wisdom or whatever. But charisma itself should not be intimidation material. Do we have any other stat that could be useful in there? I don't know. I don't know what other stats are there. Let's just select another character here. We got wisdom, we got... Yeah, I got all of the combat thingies, and charisma should not be used for intimidation. Charisma is not an intimidation stat. Charisma is a persuasion stat. That's what it is. And because it is so special and not combat oriented, mostly, it opens up new options of moving the game along. Like sometimes you have fight options and then you have like persuasion options. But intimidation uses your combat power, but it always has a negative side effect. It always comes at a cost, and this is it. And the persuasion cost should be that your combat stats are not up to it. And that is it, right? You're peaceful, or like you're a warrior and do it the warrioring way, whatever, or you're a peaceful person and you do it the peaceful way. But you cannot get both of it. And this is why intimidation should actually scale differently or whatever. I don't know, it probably is just there because this is how the game, not the game, this is how D&D works or whatever. But it would make more sense if intimidation actually uses something to intimidate, right? It uses a power, something, right? Like my power is better than yours, and in order to make that work, depending on what kind of character you have, the power is associated with a certain, it's not an attribute, it's a whatever, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, whatever, something like that. A druid could be wisdom. Like, it kind of depends on what your highest value is, right? The highest value should be used for intimidation because this is the thing that is associated with the power of the character. Bam! Alright. but it always lowers the attitude of the character by 5 or by 10 even, depending on how crushing it is. Let's try persuasion anyway. We got a little bonus on guidance, and we messed it up. Oh crap, we messed it up. That's great. We're not going to re-roll every time. Like, this is not how we
Not all enemies are outside our walls.
Uh-huh. That's interesting. Could we talk to her again? Yeah, why not? I'm looking for a healer. Help me know the search.
Find Nettie in her room. Through the carved door, deeper in the grove.
Thank you. That is something that I can actually use. It doesn't look like you're helping with the ritual. Maybe she does help in other ways, but she doesn't really... Definitely is not helping in a caster kind of way.
The ritual is Korga's decision, but she is not our leader. Master Halsin welcomed the refugees in. I wait for him to resolve this.
Right. Halsin won't be resolving anything if he's dead.
Pray he is not, for the refugees' sake.
Interesting. So, let's see if I can... Wait a minute. Who's the one with the highest charisma? It could be Gale, I think. Let's try to do this again. Yeah.
The bird knows. She needs to know.
You do not. Now, persuasion stat. Go. This is like safe scumming. Using another character that was part of your team, she should know. This character is associated with it. I hate them. Or like, they failed the persuasion. I don't like it. This is why the whole system, the whole interaction system should use the strongest character able to use a certain act. Like, if you know that your main character is bad at persuasion, someone else should just step up, like tap on the shoulders and say, wait a minute, I can handle that, right? And then you just step to the side and let them do their thing. And then it does the whole persuasion role for the best character, right? And then they continue at least this little question or like dialogue tree thing, but it should not be like your main character has an interaction tree, then your second character has an interaction tree, then the third one should have an interaction tree. There should not be multiple interaction trees. There should be one interaction tree, and according to whoever unlocks it, they should do the talking for that specific part of the dialogue, right? That would make more sense, and then the whole scumminess gets out of it, because I could either load up another save game, like reload it again, do the roll again, make it work, or I could just talk to them with another character, which is the same, to be honest. But that should not be the thing. The rolling, or like... And it should not be a roll. It should not be a roll. Like, if a character is able to do the persuasion, then yes, they should do that. But they should actually do this because of a certain way they something that they know about them, right? Maybe they know something about birds. Maybe they have noticed in a conversation with other characters in there, right? This should be it. They should be able to perform the persuasion or like the interaction because of some previous experience in the world, and not because of some randomness of a dice. I mean, yes, D&D, dice rolls and all of that. This might be why I like... I don't really like randomness. I don't like randomness in card games. I don't like randomness on like die rolls or whatever. It's just something that... Because in the end, it kind of... it invalidates progress. Where's she looking at? That's very weird. Anyway, it invalidates progression of the character. Anything that you did, it invalidates, because just a die roll away could be success. It's like a slot machine, if you think about it. It invalidates, like, everything beforehand does not matter until you pull and you get like a winning roll or something like that. This is it. Anything beforehand does not matter. And that's the thing that I don't like. It invalidates anything that happened before. Anything that built up to it. Any Like, let's say there's a character that hates you to the core. Like, you killed their family, or like, whatever. You took all of the items from them. They hate you. And then all of a sudden, just because you have fairly high charisma stats, well, charisma, yes, but you just happen to roll a 20, and all of a sudden you have 100% success in it, then, and also a net 1, right? It could also be. And all of a sudden, it just works, right? Because of randomness. That's not how the system... no. Anyone would just be extremely angry at you for that, right? I mean, it could be kind of a funny thing. Like a happy little accident. Happy accidents, yes. Sometimes a 1, sometimes a 20, right? But this should not be the norm. Absolutely not. Anything in between should be normal, and then you have your exceptional little cherries on top, like the little spice that comes in. Sometimes it's a 1, sometimes it's a 20, right? Sometimes it's a complete failure, sometimes it's an absolute success. Random, yes, but it is not always the case. That randomness is just there to put a little bit of a spice in there to make it interesting. But it's not there to be, should be the main focus of it. The randomness of the die roll should not be the main focus. It should there to spice it up sometimes, but not all of it. Yeah, that's basically my point on that. And if a character succeeds with a charisma check, then it should be because they understand them. They have seen something, they have seen the bird, they have seen them writing something down there. Like there's something more, and not just the die roll. As maybe I just don't really have a good connection with the whole like D&D thing, die roll thing, or whatever. But whatever.
Forgive me. It is not you I fear. It is my brethren. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees, and we will be safe.
Mm-hmm. And she's wrong. Sounds like she has to be stopped. Well, it doesn't matter if she's getting stopped or not. You still haven't told me what you were doing with that bird. Yes. And is she wrong?
Perhaps not. But that does not make it right. Only Master Halsin can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people.
Oh. Okay, so the bird is a messenger. Very interesting.
Let's get going.
Very interesting indeed. So, yeah. Charisma stats. Yeah, charisma stats should unlock dialogue options. They should not make it random if they work or not. That's the thing. Like, you need so and so much charisma in order to be charismatic enough to understand the situation, right? It's like strength. You cannot lift an object if you do not have that specific amount of strength to lift it, right? It should not be randomness making you able to lift something or not. In this case, it's the same with interaction with another character. If you do not have that trained that well, then it should not work. It should not be a random die roll. The hit or miss thing, that could be a die roll, right? Yeah, why not? The persuasion thing unlocks dialogue options, but them being it should unlock more powerful dialogue options. So let's say you have a charisma of 10. That means your interaction with the characters are normal, and the success rate of interaction is normal. But if you have higher charisma, it unlocks more connectedness with the character, right? And it unlocks more dialogues, like a different kind of a question that you ask or something that is more successful. Like, let's say your normal success rate is 50%, right? And if you are more charismatic, then that means your success rate gets higher because you unlock more in-tuned thingies or something like that. But this is a completely different way of doing dialogue in there, and it has nothing to do with D&D. I basically make my own game like this right now. That's basically what's happening here.
By
So, let's see.
Sylvanas, the Forest Father, we are granted balance.
Great. Let's just pick up all of them flowers. Sublime, autumn crocus, and some mugwort. Okay, good. I have to be very careful. Oh, look, a basket. There's some stuff inside. Sweet. So, can we... I mean, it does have a little bit of value. It does weigh a little bit. Still don't know what to do with it, though. What else? Is that the bird? Is that... It's moving a coin to the right and another thing to the left, and we could just steal from it. Oh crap! I didn't have detect thoughts all. Let's see. Right. That's not going to work. So there's a shiny key. Very interesting. And there's also a lever and a sleepy bear. Very nice. Oh, there's also dagger root. Don't know if we can actually get that one yet. Drama? What do you mean? So, does that bear... Is that... that's an elevator. Okay. So, Tuffet. Animal handling. Carefully nudge the bear's flank. Throw a fish next to the elevator. Well, we could try animal handling. Again. Like, this is the thing. If you go to character selection and select another character, then they should continue the dialogue. Why do you have that system if not for that? Right? Come on. Like, either it's automatic and it switches to the most capable character, or you can force this by hand. And I would say this is... Oh, that would be so much nicer. They were so good at getting the conversation right, but they messed it up. They were like, oh, almost there, and then bam, they fell down the mountain. Whatever. Let's try animal handling. It's a 10, the good old. Of course, we have a critical. Wait, no, it's after the calculation. But is it a normal bear or is it? Mm-hmm. Right, and sleeping again. So something is definitely over this bear. Wait a minute, there's a lever over here, and then there is a lever over there. Yeah, you go. I don't know if you can actually use this lever or not. Right. And this is why you should always make sure to not group up your characters, because what could have happened is that they are going to follow the character, but because this elevator is not automatic, they would go all the way around and probably start some kind of cutscene interaction thing with another enemy that you do not want to be or like to interact with. So let's see what else we got here. There's another... Oh, Volo and Bosk. We're going to talk to you in a moment, but let me just get this dagger root stuff that grows all the way here. Let's just hope we're not getting attacked. Let's see. Can we talk to Karik? Something about the father of like trees and whatnot.
What's up for discussion?
Hostess Subeunt Protogenos Muninos.
Okay, don't know all of those words to be honest, but something about us and keeping us safe or whatever. So we got some... Okay, I can get this. Have to be careful to, again, not get the wrong items in here. So, Tahan.
Complexum tuum, aptera otum, ad nos differa.
Uh-huh. Something about the whole Terra thing, I think you already got, but still.
Umbram cretus sanguine iuratus.
Okay, something about shadows, and something about blood. Very interesting. Maybe moving the blood or something. Autumn crocus and some antidotes. There you go.
Hostes obeunt, protege nos.
Yeah, we got that one. Okay.
Drama amongst these adventurers.
Yeah.
What have you heard?
Oh, there's a scribbled note. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me, please. Don't do an interaction like that. I just...
If you insist.
Yes. I want that scribbled note first. Oh, a fishing pole. We can just get the fishing pole now. Finally! Okay, so you don't need to steal, you just have to wait. Because at one point you will get the items that you wanted. So there's the antidote again, neutralizes the effect of all poisons. Oh, that's very powerful. Keep away from Tuffet. She's lazy enough as is. Oh. Well, about that. Also, wait a minute. I need to move this one to me. And, where's the other gold? Okay. Right. See what else we got. We got a primer on mythical beasts, another plaque, and something like that. Let's just see if we can walk around them without getting noticed.
Yes, I'm quite aware.
Each chapter of this book describes the cultural origins of a different mythological beast. Chapter 5. Minotaur's giant space hamster. No, miniature giant space hamster. Very little is known about this particular cryptid, though stories say they tend to choose well-muscled human males as their steeds when they deign to visit this plane. According to legends, this creature retains a wellspring of indescribable power known only to itself, though it provides its steed with perhaps mystical, perhaps mundane courage. Unsubstantiated rumors claim the creature has a taste for human eyes.
By Sylvanus, the True Father, our turmoil is calmed.
Right. Let's just talk to those two, and then we got at least the whole Emerald Grove thing pretty much done.
Yes,
So.
yes, I see. And my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
Right. Fine. Answer questions. And there's no overstating my disinterest. Oh, come on, no. We're not there to oppose them. Not yet.
Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Yeah. See that? And then this is the thing. This is perfect way of interacting, making dialogue appear. You have a role. It happens automatically in the back. No animation, no slot machine shenanigans, and it unlocks new dialogue, right? That's the way it's supposed to be done, and this is what I like about it. Somehow this way of interaction is perfect, not the whole charisma kind of thing. No, this interaction. It's a completely different system. It's a completely different dialogue system. There are two different ones. One of them is the whole classical or standard charisma thing, and then you have this. It's more nuanced, more better, more perfect. Let's just save. Okay, common variety goblins, led by Elasha and flanked by Buyaks. Buyaks? Okay. They were goblins, same as all others, lowly and vile. Nah. Give an exact description. Goblins. Hardly they were shapeshifted. Common variety goblins, led by Elisha and flanked by... Let's give him an exact description. I don't know if he wants that.
Goblins were of rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Say what now? That wasn't any dragon. It was brass, no doubt about it. I think there's been a misunderstanding. You weren't exactly.
The truth, my friend. Not a jot more or less. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Yeah, they called out the name like a war cry. Actually, I don't think so. I was concentrating on not dying.
Really? Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
About that one, goblin superstition, not worth the ink and parchment. Actually, let's just let him speak.
Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use.
Ah, Jesus. Please be careful. Goblins aren't known for mercy. Wait, about your conversation earlier. Why the dragon?
My friend, every story benefits from a dragon. Until we meet again.
Well, a mythological dragon. Metaphorical dragon. There we go. A metaphorical dragon.
Pardon me. I must prepare to travel. Good day, my friend.
Please don't die. Okay, where are you heading?
To the goblins camped nearby, of course. I've been tracing their doings with great care. Whoever this absolute they're worshipping might be, I'll be the first to write about it.
Okay. And you're also the first to die because of it. Let's just hope he will be successful in his interactions. Bosky. Okay. So for some reason there are a lot of bears around. And, oh... This fishing rod and that bucket of fish, and also this scribbled note telling you to stay clear of Tuffet, is there to help you interact with her, or it, or whatever, because it also gives you a fish to throw and for her to like go away. This is very interesting, actually. Wait a minute, there's something else also very interesting. There's a way to go down. Wait a minute, can we get this, can we get this book? Ah, look at that. Sweet. Money. Alrighty. Let's just explore what we have down there. I have to be careful not to accidentally step on any... Oh! Ormond. Where have I heard that name before? Yeah, there are definitely an awful lot of flat rock. Oh. That one is just there for you to sit on, is it? Mm-hmm. It would be nice for an illusion to break if you interact with one of those rocks, right? Like, where are we going? Yeah, that seems weird. Could we maybe... Oh, this looks very interesting. So, let's see. Let's jump across it. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, silver and stone, all of diminution. Perfect. Combine 3 of these to extract the essence. How much is it worth? Only 9 gold. It's not that much. Okay, so resources are not supposed to be sold. But the gold, man. The gold. But where does that one go to? Is that just... I think that was it. Maybe we can jump even further. Not enough space, not enough space, not enough space. Like, we can jump that way, but we cannot jump... That's weird. Ah. Not enough space. Path interrupted. Not enough space. Not enough space. Not enough space. Not enough space. Didn't I? What about my enhanced speed thing? Alright, let's try this again. We can, Okay, so this area is not supposed to be jumped to. Good. Let's just go back then. Maybe we could jump across. Not enough space. Alright. Good. So, grouping and ungrouping. This is your friend. And we got a lot of gold. I love it. Absolutely love it. Ah, sweet. And we also talked to a lot of those. And we can get to the healer actually. Wait a minute.
And is that... Pardon me. I must prepare to travel.
No. I want to know what you can sell. The True and Impossible Adventure of Tennebrooks, Moro. Oral Histories of Faerun, Gith, and Mindflayer. Oh. Okay. The Whispering Promise, Blessed Mercy. When you heal a creature, you gain a 1/4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 2 turns. Gale can absorb this item and destroying it. Yes, and how much is it worth? Ah, just go. I need like cheap-ish kind of items. Talk to the dead? No. I don't want this scroll. Actually, we as a wizard can actually learn... Actually learn these things. 252 gold. Okay, so thieves' tools are very expensive. Potions, on the other hand, are cheap AF. Potion of animal speaking. Oh, that could help. I don't know if I can learn to make this potion. That would be kind of sweet, to be honest. 160 something. The thing is, I don't want to spend Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres. You know what? We're gonna get like this one, and this one. Alright. What about this? A sample pack of 100 for camp supplies. It does weigh a little bit. Let's just get all of this. Okay, we want as many camp supplies as possible, just in case. So, could we sell some wares here? 400 something? Not much. Okay. The thing is that we actually got the wrong character to do the transaction. What about him? A little bit, like the golden goblet, sure. He doesn't have anything. Alright. So, now we got some nice books in there. What do we got? Oral Histories of Faerun, Gith, and Give it. Oh, there. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers through the realms. Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storyteller, hailing from the wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale relayed to me on a chilly morning as we spoke. A small fire between us was like stoked a small fire between us. It was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last the reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making, the code would not be cracked. Youth children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flare spent and broken till today. Interesting. True Tenebral Moreau. An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebral Moreau, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship captain. The real Captain Moreau is known never to have left a native the form of a Eladrin, with which now integral familiar, yeah, slender as a wand, with the hair of every changeable hue. Their moods mirror the fey wilderness. I think I've got this one. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, perhaps among them. Halfling woman employed among my crew was a smith, there to raise her voice, yada. It has been some centuries since I was... Okay, yeah, we got this one. Don't really know what's in there, but it wasn't that interesting. This appears to be barely legible notes of a work heavily in progress. Ghosts, banshees, poltergeists, spooky. 1 mugful ice, a half mugful distilled potato spirits, and 3 thimbles citrus juice, garnished with mint. Okay. I mean, the thing is, it could help me maybe do some crafting and alchemy, but I don't know if we should keep that book around or not. That's the question. But okay, before we continue on our little journey, we're going to end this episode. Until next time, then, like and subscribe, and ta-ta!